Hello,
Hello,
how are you?
fine and you?
Okay, so
Nice to
actually,
meet you.
nice to meet you. You're so pretty, you're so fresh.
Thank you.
Okay, so okay, I'm so interested to know more about you, and that's the reason why I immediately contacted you after my interview with Miss Face of Humanity Canada.
Yes,
Okay.
Louise.
It's actually 11 o'clock in the evening here. So later
Okay.
on, our followers will be watching this interview later on. Okay.
Okay.
So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you the Miss Face of Humanity France 2021, Merinda
Hello.
Laupa.
Thank you.
Okay. Miranda, I will be asking you random questions for us to get to know more about you, right? Okay,
Okay.
so who is am I pronouncing it correct? Your name is Merinda Laupa?
Merinda Laupa.
Ah, Lupa.
Yes.
Merinda Lupa. Okay,
Yes.
Merinda, who is Merinda before Miss Face of Humanity?
I'm an actress actually, and I
Oh.
started with chemistry studies. I have a master degree in chemistry and another one in business school. And I'm specialized in scientific way. That's the link with my advocacy at the Global Showcase. And now I play in movie and I have an artistic life.
Yeah, okay. I'm so interested about your being an actress, no? I mean, how did you start being an actress and who discovered you or did you audition for something? And what are some of the projects, TV show or movie that you've done?
Yes, it's really soon. It's for 1 year. I'm an actress, so it's recent. Sorry, and what else? It's mainly in movie, and it's so the beginning for me. That's why we will see in next weeks and months what I will do.
Wow, okay, that's interesting. And how old are you now, Merinda?
I'm 26.
26.
Yes, yes.
Okay, 26. So amazing, no? So so when you were offered or when you competed for Miss Face of Humanity France, you're already an actress, right?
Yes, it was between my last year in business school and my beginning in the cinema area.
Okay. So
Because
could you please
I was
tell
born
us?
for 2 years in France because the Global Showcase was postponed, and so it's
Mm,
for me it was a long time. I'm in the in the competition in the with France. So
okay.
yes.
Also, you competed in Miss France.
Yes, for 2 years because at the because before the global showcase was in October 2020
Mm-hmm.
and then in April 2021 and then in December 2031. So it's a long time now, and I was so sad when I know it was again postponed, but it's because of the pandemic.
Yeah,
International
I
pandemic,
hope this
okay.
I hope this April, no, it will really push through finally, right?
Yes, I hope. And a lot of girls, because
Okay.
I met a lot of girls last year, who represent a lot of different country, and some one of her stop the MFO events, and
Mhm.
so we will see. It's pandemic, pandemic crisis learn me things. It's we have to continue to fight and do something now. So we will
Yeah.
see.
But how were you specifically selected as Miss Face of Humanity France? I mean, who approached you, or could you please tell us the process?
Yes, it was at the beginning. It was an audition, and I have the president of the event in France. She's called Marianne. She will be soon here, I think. And she selected. I think she received 200 girls who want to do the event, and she selected 10 girls. And we have 1 week with activities, sport activities, and we have a coaching for the to speak in front of a public, and then we have a global showcase with public.
Mhm.
And you know, it was so strange because it was the last day in France when we can do an event like that with 100 people in the public. So it
Mhm.
was really a really moment with a lot of emotions. And
Yeah.
we did our speech. We walk, and we there are a lot of artists, singer. There was my family, my friends. It was a big moment, and I was crowned. It was in March 2021, and it was a beautiful, beautiful moment.
Well, interesting, right? Okay, so do you have do you have siblings? Do you have brothers or sisters? Could you please tell something about your family?
Yes, I have my sister, a grand sister, and my parents. They was here, and they were my friends, and I know they're in the Instagram live right now, and
Mm.
they can vote so they vote for me, and all the family vote for the person they support. And yes, my sister works in school with children, and
Oh.
we are really close together.
Okay, so during the start of the pandemic, no, okay, when it started like almost 2 years ago, right? Uh, what were some of the things that you witnessed in your country about this pandemic, and what lessons have you learned from this pandemic?
What I learned from the pandemic in France, during the three first months during the pandemic, everything was closed in France. And I go
Mm.
back to my parents because we don't live in the same house. And it was a really peaceful moment because I learned to take time to do something and just to stop time. I don't know if you follow me, but in the urban city, in the yes city with a lot of traffic, all the time we have to go fast, hurry up every time, and work, friends. Even if it's school, it's we don't take time to do
Mhm.
essential thing, and I think it's the first thing I learned from the pandemic. And it was a sad moment because we a lot of people were touched about the pandemic and family.
Mm.
And there was a solidarity in France with personnel in hospital, staff in hospital,
Mm.
I don't know, the nurse and medicine doctors, etc. So it was the first thing. And after, I know a lot of events like MFO, Misface of Humanity, or like a lot of even wedding, or a lot of things moved. A lot of things cannot be cannot happening happen
Mhm.
cannot happen. And I learn we have to continue and do the thing we thinking, because there is always a reason to stop it, always a reason to don't do something because of a reason, good reason or not. But
Yeah.
it's the two things I learned.
Mhm. So
It
what
was a
is the situation? What is the situation or condition now in France with regards to COVID?
today.
Yeah.
uh, During the summer we were free, but now it will it is starting to have increase of COVID case.
Okay.
So we are waiting we are waiting information to know if we can continue a life like we are, because now it's okay, everything is good, but
Mm.
we have this feeling it will not it will stop soon.
What do you think is the reason why the case is starting to increase again?
Um, the COVID case.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's the weather, because it's
Mm,
cold now.
okay.
I think it's scientific uh, who could explain. Really,
Mm,
me, I just learn information.
okay, okay.
I just hear information, but I don't know why. I don't know why
Mm,
there is pandemic. I just want to
mm.
live like you,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, the people there are still observing health protocols like social distancing, wearing masks. Do you still do that?
Yes, the first minister in France uh, have the COVID now, and
Mm-hmm.
in France it seems like it's the mirror of our country, because if a person of government had COVID, it's because we are less awareness of COVID, because during the summer everything was good and we have a great time. People could travel around the world. Everybody can travel. So maybe it's because we are less. Maybe yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's because
Okay. Yeah.
we forget it, and we wanted to forget it.
Okay, so Merida, let's talk about the advocacy that you are trying to promote, because this is very important in the Misface of Humanity, right? Because
Yes,
Misface of Humanity has a deeper purpose, and as what I've heard from Misface of Humanity Canada, uh, you don't want to call it actually a pageant, right? But it's a showcase, right?
yes,
So let's talk about the advocacy. Which phase of humanity you're trying to advocate or to promote?
yes. My advocacy is zero waste, so it's about environmental issues. And during the pandemic, we see a lot of environmental issues, and we can put the end on it. And I think for one plastic bag, it's 2 seconds of manufacturing and 4,000 years of decompositions. And it's like that for a lot of material around the world, and we have a lot of waste all around the world, and also in the ocean. And I think we produce plastic every time in a lot of big manufacturing, and a little one too. And I think it's important to start in the industry with economics, circular economic. You
Okay.
Yes.
So let's talk about your preparation, no, for the showcase, no, because I've heard Miss Face of Humanity. Every time you will come up the stage, there is some sort of speaking activity, no, speaking battle that will happen. How are you preparing for the showcase for the Miss Face of Humanity?
So I have the president of MFOH France, Misface of Humanity France. His name is Mariam, and there is a little team with Mariam and Anelia and another girl,
Mm.
Anaïs, and we prepare with events. We organize events in France. During 1 year, we cannot do that because it was not possible. But now it's more easy, and because me, I propose some events, or um, uh, I don't know the word in English, but it's like little video to
Mm.
explain how we can do our own cosmetic, own soap, etc. And how we can I don't know, it's a awareness sitting. Let me see. Yes, certain awareness. It's around explain people how we can do the where we can put the good waste in a
Ah,
good place.
okay. So you're trying to promote awareness for the people so that they would be able to help you out
Yes,
now in your cause. Yeah,
yes,
that's amazing. And I'm very sure you are already vaccinated, right? Fully vaccinated.
yes.
So what is the percentage of people in France with regards to vaccination?
In France, a lot of, I think it's like 80% in France are
Oh,
vaccinated.
that's
Yes,
good.
yes. So I think it's one of the country in Europe with a lot of the most people vaccinated.
Mm,
I think it's in French West Indies. It's more complicated because there was a lot of problem with a chemical
mm,
which called chlordécone, and during the 70s, people use this molecule, and it was cancerogen. Is this a word
mm,
in English? Cancerogen. So it's like a 40 years of uh, something is not clear with the government. So today it's more complicated in French West Indies, but
mm,
in big city it's okay. I think people, it's a big country, so people have a lot of different um, kind of different opinions, but
mm.
I can say it's a big problem.
Okay, so both your parents are French.
My sorry?
Both of your parents, your mother and
Yes,
your mother and father are both French.
yes. French, it's vaccinated.
No, no, French,
Ah,
like
yes, yes,
the
yes.
nationality.
Yeah, they are
Uh,
from French West Indies, but they are French. Yes,
okay, I
yes,
see. Okay, because I like your hair. No, it's very afro, right?
yes. Thank you. It's new
That's
for me.
yeah. Okay, so before the Miss Face of Humanity, before Miss France, right? When did you start joining beauty pageants?
I'm never really follow beauty pageants uh, because I because it's for beauty woman, and I feel like it's I really want to promote my advocacy more than beauty appearance. That's why
Mm,
I do this global showcase, because it's not about appearance, or it's beyond beautiful. It's
mm,
about empowerment and advocacy, and women who want to fight for something they truly believe in. And it's that's why I started. But it's like Louise said, it's not for me. It's not my. It's not something I want to do, but I
mm.
really like to see women
Yeah,
do that.
but you are beautiful, you know.
Ah,
You were saying that it's not all about beauty because you think you're not beautiful. You are beautiful.
ah,
You
thank you,
represent, friends beautifully. I think so. You're so amazing, and
thank you.
yeah. Okay. So now, of course, when you join, this kind of activity, no, it's a global showcase, and people still view it as a beauty pageant, no. So of course, your priority will definitely be focused on it. Do you have? Are you in a relationship right now?
Yes.
Mm.
You think a boyfriend? Have
Yeah. Do you have a boyfriend
Yes,
right
I have a
now?
boyfriend.
So how is he taking this one? Or how much support does he give you in terms of, being a misface of humanity?
Yes, he support me a lot, and is I think it is watching right now the live, and yes, he's totally he understand what I want, and he also sensitive to their rest and environmental issues. A lot of young people are in France, so yes, it's great to have him with me in this event and experience.
Yeah, that's amazing. Why not try to greet him right now?
Sorry?
Okay, don't you want to greet your boyfriend right now?
Yes,
Because I
yes,
think he's watching.
yes, yes. Hello.
Okay. So now, movies, no? You are an actress. How many movies have you made so far?
Uh, Actually, a lot, maybe 10 with not for short film. I think it's a
Uh-huh.
year,
So,
and one big film. So it's a very beginning for me. Yes.
wow. So definitely you're already popular in France, no? Almost
No,
everybody knows you
n-
because
no,
you're
no,
an
no, no. Only
actress.
my friends. They are my biggest fans, but only my friends and
You're
my
very
family,
humble.
my mother.
So, so the organization of Misface Humanity France, no? So what are some of the things that they're doing to prepare you for the showcase, for the global showcase?
We are a coach for the speech, for the pitch, and we do some activities, and the Canada ask a lot of things, so we look for clothes and French clothes and to prepare, and and it's important for the hello Louise, and
Yeah,
it's
hi Louis. Louis is watching. Hi, Miss Face of Humanity Canada. Hello.
hello Louise. And so we look for French brands to come with us in Canada and with the radio to do podcasts and a little video on the Instagram or the website to to promote advocacy. And
Mhm.
you can follow the Misface of Humanity France. It's we explain our projects and some our advocacy and activities.
According to Louis, no, she is in touch with you most of the time, and you speak in French. You communicate in French. No, uh, what can you say about Louis?
Louise, I was crowned for 2 years, and some girls are stopped the global showcase now. And the first global showcase in Toronto was, I think, for 4 years. And when I'm in France and I don't know the other girl in other countries, and when Louise was crowned as a host, she she has with her we she creates a chat so we can know each other, and there is a press conference, and we can see a face on a name and see that uh, all girls work for that, and we feel not I'm alone in France for 2 years. The global showcase is postponed again, so with her we feel together like team, like sisters, and I think she does this work very well, and thank you for that, because I can I'm so happy to meet. You know what I really like in this kind of showcase, it's the power of what we want for a fight for advocacy. And in the I don't know if you see the press conference. I think you can see on
Yeah.
the yes, and I see 6 or 7 women very charismatic and with power, and they give me so much love and strength to fight, and it was really beautiful. And thank you all the girls for that.
Okay, yeah, Louise is a very generous host candidate, right? She's
Yes,
very kind and she really reached out to everybody.
yes,
I think you will really enjoy your journey as Miss Face of Humanity, right?
yes, I'm sure. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, what is your view about, same-sex marriage?
About what? Same sex?
Same-sex marriage.
Same sex marriage?
Yeah.
Uh, yes, I think it's with. I don't know what to say. It's good things. I think it's normal things. Yes.
Okay, so
In
for you
France, it's
it's
normal.
not a problem. So for you it's not really an issue, right?
No.
Yeah, okay. So how about what we call this speaking the English language, no? Because other people are using it as a gauge to determine or to choose whether, a candidate in a pageant or in a showcase like this uh as a gauge, no, for them to determine that whether that candidate has a strong chance of winning or not. But what is your view about? Do you think it's necessary for for a candidate like in Miss Face of Humanity to be really fluent in the use of the English language?
It's more easy to communicate because my English actually is not really good, and I feel like it's more easy to speak in English, to speak with you, to speak with people who have questions, and it's question from all around the world. And English, it's a language we can find in a lot of country. So I think it's more easy, but not. Comment dire? It's if we don't speak English, we can go
Yeah.
at Misface of Humanity Global Showcase, but it's more easy if you speak English. But sorry for my bad level in English.
No, you're doing okay. You're doing fine. Okay. So, what do you think was the reason why the Misface of Humanity friends uh, decided to choose you as the face of France?
So they in the jury there were I think 9 people, and there was a three place, the winner and the 2 other girls, and all the jury says that they want me on the podium, so that's why I arrived at the first place, because it was at the unanimity. It was every person vote for me, and
Mm,
I think it's because my pitch, because I was sorry, I don't know my word.
mm,
I was very clear in my advocacy, convincing people, and was a lot of fun. And during the week, we did a lot of activities with poor people, and I was very close and ready to fight. And I think it was this reason.
okay, so since you are an actress in France, right? Uh, could you please share to us what or who is the celebrity, international celebrity that you idolize and why?
In France,
All over the world. I mean, an international actor or actress or celebrity that you admire and why?
I think it's in actress. An actress I really love. It's Viola Davis.
Mm-hmm.
It's an American actress because she works for a long time, and she's a great actress, and she give me some electric feelings when I see her in a movie, or in a movie. And maybe Michelle Obama because she's so
Mhm.
powerful, and I think for little girls in the world, they give us some dreams to know they can do something, they can do it, and that's why I think of two women, but a lot of people I really like all around the world.
Yeah, okay. I would like to greet first Kike Sanchez. He's one of the most popular interviewers also in the world, no, of beauty pageants. Hi, Kike. I'm talking to Miss Face of Humanity France 2021. Okay. Uh, so, as a celebrity, you are considered celebrity in France because you're an actress. Aside from that, you are now a Miss Face of Humanity, France. So definitely, you have a very big responsibility, right? To inspire and to influence not only your countrymen but people all over the world. What kind of legacy do you want to leave to the world, no? What kind of teaching or learning you would like to spread to the world?
I think it's well-being in the I think it's well-being in the hearts, because when you are focused on when you are where you are when and focus on the present, and feel something really like peaceful. It's the first thing I want to spread, because I think it's the beginning of everything, to know how we can feel and feel good, to spread good vibes, and good vibes. It's you can spread everywhere, and I think it's the beginning. And smile,
Yeah,
and do something with pleasure, with smile, with good vibes. I think it's the first thing I
yeah. It's like you promote positivity, no? You always
positive.
positive. You always, yeah. That's good. Okay, what are you going to do? Okay, or what's the first thing that you're going to do if you will be crowned the Miss Face of Humanity?
Oh, I think it's work on my advocacy. Um, Speak with people in the team to know where we can start with all my ideas, and which one is more easy for the team, and the to start and explain all my idea, because there is a lot of different ideas. So choose one and start it.
Okay. Before we continue, I would like to greet the Vice Principal of Global Civilian School here in Jakarta, Sir Limwell. Hello, Sir Limwell. Could you please say hi to Sir Limwell? He
Hello.
is watching us. Hi,
Hello.
sir. Okay.
Hello.
Okay, Merinda, I have another question. So, could you please tell something about the degree that you have taken in the university?
Yes, so my master's degree in chemistry, I work a lot around the environmental issues. That was I have a lot of knowledge about this advocacy, and is where we work around so molecule, the brute molecule, and around how in a process using process we can um, change the way we consume, and the way we reproduce. So that's
Okay.
why it's the link in my advocacy. And then I worked in cosmetic and perfume sector, and we work in the packaging, and we think about how we can put cosmetic packaging without pollute the earth.
Mhm.
So it was in a
Okay, so
laboratory.
currently you're still working, or do you still practice what you have finished, what you have studied? Are you working as a chemist right now, or you set that aside because of the pageant and because of your acting career?
Yes, I work so I think between 1 and 2 years before becoming start a career an actress.
Mm.
And in the packaging, it was 1 year, and in the laboratory, it was 2 years.
Okay. Merinda, let's get to know more about you by asking you questions about yourself. No, tell me about your biggest disappointment in life and how you manage to bounce back from it. I mean, how you manage to confront that, disappointment.
It's a hard questions. And my biggest disappointment, I don't know, maybe I learned there is a perfume school, and it's a very I didn't do the school, but I know the person who go in this school. They learn to don't know what is the disappointment, but how we can manage it, or how we can go, what you do after that. And I really like to, if something happened to me, a bad thing happened to me, I had it to say, okay, so now it's this thing happened, but what I can do now to go to move. And I think it's things it's hard sometimes, but I think it's each time I try to move, and I don't stay on a bad on a disappointment.
Merida, what do you think is the number one problem facing France now?
What? Sorry.
What's the number one problem, or what's the biggest problem that your country is facing right now?
The biggest problem in my country, maybe it's uh, I think pandemic crisis increase the inequalities
Mhm.
between societies and between people. And I think it's also environmental issue, because during the COP26, the issue and the solutions they want to propose are not enough. And I think we are the human being and environmental, and everything is linked. And I think it's the two biggest problems in France.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, you are active in social media, right? Because it's your Instagram, because this is one of the platforms that you could use to promote your advocacy, right?
Yes.
Of course, in a social media or in Instagram, we cannot help but, sometimes we encounter internet bashers, that those people who are commenting negatively. Have you
Ah,
encountered some people who commented negatively in your account? And how
mm,
did you handle that?
no, because I have little icons, and it's mainly people I know, and people with a good heart who want to know me and follow my activities. I think it's a real problems, but I think it's only people who are a lot of big community. So I'm not today. It's not. I'm not. I not have this bad experience
Yeah,
today.
that's good. No? That's good to know. At least you are able to maintain, no, that your followers are in one with you, that your followers are, nice and
Yes,
good,
yes,
right?
yes. They are nice, and
Okay.
it's a lovely comments, and
Yeah.
today it's okay. But I know I aware it's a problem on social media, and especially for young people. And
Yeah.
it's maybe one of the girls in the Misface Global talk about this problem, because we have to protect our young generation, and I know in school it could be very nefast. I know.
Okay, so Merinda, Luis has a
Yes,
question. Can you see the question?
yes.
Uh, what
What does
does what you think about the COP26 COP as your advocacy is linked into that?
yes, I think it's to beginning, it's good this COP26 exists because it's a place where countries over a lot of countries could speak about the environmental issues. So yes, it's a good point. But when you see, when you take each country and what they have to do and what they do, there is a big gap, and it's it's sad to know it's not enough what how do we say, it's not enough what they want to do, and we know they cannot do everything, and we have to go very more to stop the climate change. And the COP26, it's a good place, but we have to go very to do something very big. I'm not
Okay. Okay, thank
that's
you. Okay, Miss Lubis, I hope Miss Face of Humanity France was able to answer your question. Okay. Next question. During the what are you going to do, hypothetically speaking, no, what are you going to do if, for example, the Misface of Humanity will be postponed again, instead of April 2 it will be postponed to a later date? How long can you still wait, and are you giving yourself a timeline? Because you see, as you mentioned a while ago, there were other candidates who have given up, on this. Like, there are some other pageants also, wherein some candidates did not push through, because the pageant has been postponed, postponed for so many times. So what would be your take on this, if ever only that on April, the Miss Face of Humanity will again be postponed?
it's you have very difficult questions, Mr. Dutz. I think because in France, the global showcase, especially for France, you have a lot of girls who want to speak up their minds and to promote their advocacy. And I am Misface of Humanity France for 2 years now, so I want to let other French people, French girls with power to speak about that advocacy, and I have that bad feelings that I prevent. I am, how do you say? Yes, I prevent them to do what they want, and the pandemic crisis pandemic crisis prevent us to do a lot of things, and I feel that we have to go and we have to do something, and even if it's a little global showcase, because I saw the 7 girls, and they are so powerful, so we can do something with girl, and after that another showcase each year, a new one with new girls, with new advocacy. And I hope we we can learn that we can do something maybe more little than we want, but with beautiful advocacy, beautiful women, and strong women, and explore more the advocacy, even we are less than we
Mm. Okay,
enfin, less we,
that's good though. I find it so interesting that you mentioned that you were inspired with the other Misface of Humanity sisters that you have. I think the very essence and the very purpose of a competition or showcase like this or pageant is for you to empower each other, to be inspired with each other, right? So, and I'm so happy to know that you were inspired by, the women in Miss Face of Humanity that you've seen, no? And I hope I mean, it will operate on that, no? That while beyond the competition level, beyond the battle that you will be encountering against each other, at the end of the day you are sisters and you should be one in promoting your respective advocacy. So Nisa is here. Okay, Miss
hello
Face of
Nisa.
Humanity. Hi, Nisa.
Hi Nisa.
You will be next. No, she's scheduled on December 1st. So
Nice. So
I'm so excited to to talk to Nisa soon. Okay, now, Miranda, if you could have any superpower, what would it be? So, for example, one morning you wake up and suddenly you will have superpower, one ability or quality that that will happen to you. What kind of power you want to have and why?
I think it would be to have the power to change a sad man in a beautiful mind. And I think human it's very complex. It's very complex, and sometimes we human think about money before think about nature or heart or good feelings. And I think it's a change bad feelings in good feelings to have a better world.
Okay, as a woman, I know you are an empowered woman. I know you are a strong woman because the fact
Thank
that
you.
you are willing to promote your advocacy, you're willing to, embark on the journey of Miss Face of Humanity because it's not easy. Here, your advocacy is not just, an advocacy uh, for the sake of advocacy, right? Because you have to do something about your advocacy. Now, uh, in spite of you being a strong woman and being a very determined woman, you're still a human being, right? So, what is your greatest or what is your biggest fear?
Uh, um, my biggest fear is injustice. I think it's like maybe it's racism because I'm a black woman, and maybe sometimes I'm afraid of racist people, but it's not in my life like a problem. But sometimes, sometimes when I travel, because I don't know people in the country, maybe it's my biggest fear. Right? Yes,
Mhm. Okay. So,
racism.
as a face of humanity, how do you think you could address that kind of problem. You might not have experienced it, but we are very much aware that it's happening now. No, the Black Lives Matter movement and all like that. So, being a beauty queen, being a face of humanity, what do you think you could do? To help address this issue or this problem.
Uh, Continue to fight. The Black Lives Matter, it's such a beautiful movement, and I feel not alone anymore when I see a lot of people, white people, black people in the street to fight against injustice. Um, and I think it's there are big, big scale and little scale, and at the little scale, each person could do something. If you have to listen, to understand, and to share, I think it's the way we can move together. It's the little scale and the big scale government have to, in some government, they have to put some laws to stop that that kind of injustice.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Uh, okay, so could you please tell us, what is one thing that is so special about Merinda Lupa?
So special. Maybe I laugh a lot, and so special. Yes, I like to do something crazy, and maybe it's a part of me, like crazy girl, and I like hang out with my friends, and maybe it's my crazy. Yes, to be crazy. It's my
Yeah.
special part of me.
Yeah, let's say hi to the face of Namibia. Hello.
Hello, Misface on Namibia. Hello, sisters.
So this is so fun, right? That we are, getting to know all the Misface of Humanity sisters, no?
Yeah. Thank
And
you,
the,
Louise.
the the people are able to know that you are more than just beauty queens, no? You are women with so much purpose in this world, and combining all of your efforts, combining all of your power will definitely make a big difference, no, in the lives of the people all over the world. So that's why I feel so good talking to you, beautiful women. Okay, so what do you think? France is very popular. Is a very popular tourist destination, right?
Yes, yes,
So
and people are
what?
right to go in France. Go in
Yes.
France.
What are some of the things that you think are worth exploring in France?
What we want to, what we have to explore in France. So you
Yes.
have, so France, it's a very big country. You have a big city like Paris, Marseille, Lyon, Nice. So you have Paris, such a beautiful city. You have so artists, people with open-minded, people are so free and so kind, and each city in France are so different. You have a city just near the sea, so it's more like a sun and sea and a peaceful space, and France is very different. And I'm from French West Indies, so it's like Caribbean part of France. So it's another vibes. So um, everywhere in France you have a vibe difference, and people are so amazing. I really like my country, and I'm really honored to represent my beautiful country with so nice people.
Okay. Yeah.
Le Mont
Okay. So
Saint-Michel. Yes, go visit France.
okay. So would you say that what do you think now is the greatest contribution of France to the world?
My present
What do
at
you
the
think that the greatest contribution of France, your country, to the world?
uh, I sorry, I don't understand your point.
No, no. I mean, different countries. For example, example only. The Philippines, for example, they are, offering their services to the world by means of, there are so many nurses coming from the Philippines working all around the globe, right? So different countries, they have something to offer to the world, meaning the help or the support or the assistance that they're giving. But for you, for France, what is the thing that they are trying to offer to the world?
I think he is. I think it's very different contributions. Maybe in art, in mode, because there is a big fashion industry in France, which inspires all around the world. And we have some scientific engineer who did a lot of research in medicine also, and maybe in I think it's both cultural way and scientific way, but maybe it's because I have this both part in me. So maybe I think it's like in France, but I think it's really fashion industry um, and history because France
Yeah,
has a very long history and beautiful history. You can and cross with a lot of countries. So yes, I think it's
yeah. I agree, no, I agree, especially the fashion industry and all, right?
yes.
That's our contribution to the world. Everybody loves it and all. And the foods, no? The
Yes,
different
of course. Thank you.
the
Of course.
the foods in
Food.
France, you know,
It's I think
pastries.
the biggest contribution. I don't know why I don't think about that, but food. It's a really good point.
Exactly. Because even here, people, wherever you go, people would always look for a French restaurant and order croissant, everything. I mean, all the
Yes.
foods, no,
Yes.
if
Yes.
you're studying culinary arts and or tourism or anything, you know, they always, want to have, this menu or this cuisine. Okay.
Yes.
Now,
And
uh,
I really like food. French food. I really like food.
yeah, and do you cook? Do you know how to prepare French foods?
I try to.
Yeah, okay. So when we visit France, we have to go to your place and you have to prepare those French
Yes.
cuisine.
Yes,
Okay,
you're right. Go to France, and
okay.
you too. Go to France.
Yeah, yes, that's great, no? Okay, last few questions, no? If you will have the opportunity or a chance, no, to talk to world leaders, no? To talk to world leaders, what social issue would you want to discuss with them?
Uh, there are a lot of issues, but not mine, not environmental issue, because I feel like everything is linked, and with my life, I'm sensitive to issue I live or my friend, my family, or someone I know live, and I think it's human rights, Black Lives Matter movements, environmental issue, because it's an issue I know, because when we are a woman in France, it's I'm aware it's not the worst country when you are a woman, but I know in some country it's very difficult. So, and they are so far from the equality between men and women. So I don't know which one choose, but yes, woman right, maybe yes.
Okay. Uh, so, what do you think is the most important lesson for us, no, for everybody to learn from life?
Um, the the lesson is like life is not perfect, and it's the more important it's to be close of the people we love, family, for me, and friends, but can be co-workers or something. Enjoy and take time, and live in the present, and in present, and enjoy every moment. I
Okay.
think it's a
If,
lesson of life.
yeah. Wow, amazing. If you could change something about yourself, what would that be and why?
About myself, I think it's sometimes when I go in party, I'm arrived like 20 minutes or 30 minutes after everyone, so maybe to be at time in party. At time in party, it's the thing I want to change about me.
Yeah, okay. That's very honest of you, which makes you more lovable. No, I mean, being very truthful is something that we want to see in a queen like you, no. So because it only shows that you're still a human being, right?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
very that sounds so good. No? Okay. Do you think women nowadays are given enough opportunities the way they give to men? I mean, do you think it's equal nowadays? Because in different parts of the globe, there are still countries wherein women are being discriminated because they're women. So what is your take on this? What is your view about this?
I think it's not normal, and it's in France, between a man and a woman, the salary at the end of the month is not the same in some society. So in public work, it's the same, so it's a good point. But in private society, it's not the same. And people, I think about the boss of the brand, or the boss of the society, have to
Mm.
have it's the men who show the good way and show at their employee that we have some rules, and our rules, it's the equality rules. So it's like people can do that, and government can punish people and society. They don't do that in France, and all around the world. It's a really big fight. Some I think women can go in the street and work for that, and but there is a solidarity between women, and we have to continue because some women suffer of that, and they have to know we are here, and we fight, and we continue to do. And I think with social media, with young generation, we have the light on some issue we don't have before, and now a lot of issue all around the world, we know that, and it's a first step to fight, to know, and after to fight.
Okay, and last question before you give your message to different, sectors. Is there something in this world that is not right that needs to be put right?
Yes, I think it's the thing I say, it's injustice, racism, women's rights. I think it's we don't speak about the animal issue, and it's linked to the environmental. But yes, like put the importance to the I don't know the running up, but in French, like être vivant, to put importance to people, to animal, to earth, to women,
Okay.
to black people, to white. It's like to be to be kind with everyone.
Yeah, respect, no, respect each other
Respect each other.
by Yeah, okay,
Exactly.
amazing. Okay, I mean, your answers are very witty. I mean, the good thing about you also, Miss Face of Humanity Friends, you answer from the heart, and that's very genuine. That's very nice of you. Okay, so I hope, all those who will, all those who are watching and those who will be watching later will learn something about you and will get to know more about you. Okay. So, will you please give your message first to your family and
Uh,
friends and loved ones?
in French,
Yeah, in
uh,
French.
je veux remercier ma famille de m'accompagner dans tous mes projets, dans toutes mes folies, et de m'avoir donné et de me donner encore aujourd'hui beaucoup d'amour.
Okay, and that means?
It means thank you, my family, to give me love and to help me um, in my life and in my experience.
Okay, how about your message to friends, to the whole friends?
Euh, Merci les filles.
In French also.
In English or in French?
Yeah, in French, of course.
Merci les filles. I want to say thank you to all the people who love me, who help me, et merci les filles d'être là, de me donner du courage, de m'encourager. J'ai des amis que je connais depuis tellement longtemps aujourd'hui et je suis ravie.
Yeah, it
Ravie
sounds
que
so
ce soit là.
nice, no? It sounds so nice. If I hear people speaking in French, it's so amazing.
Yeah,
It's so soothing to the ear. You know, I want to learn more about, French
yeah,
language.
you have to.
Yeah, so it's so
Là,
nice.
il y a Maria ou
And then,
Anania qui écrivent magnifique interview. Thanks, dear dudes.
okay, amazing. Okay, your message as Miss Face of Humanity France 2021. Your message to the world.
My message to the world is to love the life, to take time, to be uh, strength and to continue to fight for issue and advocacy you believe in, and and we can have a beautiful life because the life is beautiful and we just have to take it.
Wow, amazing. You know what? I would like to thank you for, giving in to this interview. I really enjoyed listening to all
Thank
your
you.
answers, and it's so nice to really get to
It,
know the space of humanity, friends. And
thanks.
I wish you all the best in not only in the global showcase, but in life in general. No, I hope that you will be able to inspire more people. You will be able to, promote your advocacy not only in France but in the whole world, because the world needs women like you, Miss Face of Humanity sisters, no? And I think it's about time that we have to elevate, the kind of, pageant or showcase that, like Miss Face of Humanity, we're in. You're really focused and you're really making it work, no, and happen the advocacy that you're promoting. So thank you so much. I'll definitely be following you, your activities, and hopefully we would be able to meet soon, and I will meet all the Miss Face of Humanity sisters that you have.
Yes. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
And
Same for me. It was a pleasure to meet you. Interview was amazing. Thank you very much to having me, and thank you very much.
yeah, and your after Miss Face of Humanity Canada, I decided to communicate with you and be the second interviewee because Louis
Thank you.
mentioned that you've been communicating a lot and communicate in French and all like that. So I think it's
Merci,
very
Louis.
interesting. Okay, so I hope you will have a very good
Thank
day.
you.
So thank you so much for giving in. Later on, I will be uploading this also in YouTube and also good luck,
Thank
Merinda
you very
Laupe.
much.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm round of virtual applause and virtual hug to Merinda Lupa, Miss Face of Humanity France 2021.
Thank you.
Much love. Thank
Thank you.
you. Bye.
Bye. Bye bye.